In this video, let's learn about subscription methods. Using these methods, servers can push updates to the clients so that our clients can appropriately react to those events. And remember, these events are only available on WebSocket connections as it needs continuous bidirectional connections. So I'll create another file called subscription.ts. Let's import the library. Create an instance of XRPL client. And let's also connect to the test network we connected previously in this file. Let's copy this. Okay, let's write a method called main. Let's make use of async await method because this client object has so many methods which return promises. So let's call the send method, which takes an object as parameter, and it has a mandatory field called command. This time the command is subscribe. We can subscribe to a couple of things. Let's subscribe to an account, an R address. We can subscribe to more than one account because it's an array. We can pass more than one R address like this. For demonstration purpose, let's stick to one R address for now. I'll copy my R address and paste it here. And this alone doesn't do anything. It's just a subscription. We need to listen to transaction event. So client on, the first parameter is the event and the second parameter is the callback function. In this case, the event is transaction. That is, the server sends a notification for any transactions that affects at least one of these accounts mentioned here. Let's output whatever is present in the data. Still nothing happens unless there is a transaction affecting any of the accounts mentioned in the subscription array. So let me send a payment of 1 XRP to this R address which we are subscribed to. So once the transaction is successful, the event triggers inside our script and it will output some data. So we need to concentrate on a couple of things. The first thing is hash, because there will be multiple transactions and multiple notifications. We need to match it with the hash and the maybe destination account or the account which initiated this transaction, and couple of more things like engine result, ledger index, and meta, which has delivered amount information. This is very important. Always check delivered amount instead of this amount present inside this transactions object, because in partial payments someone could send you less XRP than whatever is present in whatever is mentioned in this amounts field of this transaction object. So whenever you get this notification, make sure you check the balance against the delivered amount field and not the amount field present inside the transactions. So we can subscribe to a couple of other streams like ledger, server, transactions, transactions proposed. For now, let's check the ledger. So we get ledger info every 3 to 4 seconds. So let's check that. So on an average, for every 4 seconds, we get this output, and you can't see the latest one because it keeps updating. So let me clear the previous output. I think this syntax is correct. That is console.clear. Okay, let's see if the details are updating. Yeah, it's working. So now we are interested in ledger index and maybe transaction count. So let's destructure those two fields and only output those two things onto the console window so that we can check that against some explorers. in real time. So let's do that. Ledger index. Let me copy this, and transaction SCN count. Okay, I'll do Control C, clear this and rerun our script. Okay, looks like it's working. So let's go to this testnet explorer and check against these ledger indexes and the transaction count. And as you can see, the ledger index and the transaction count are very accurate. Now let's connect to the live network because we have more traffic there. So let's rerun our script and switch to live data, which is data from live network. So look at this, 66 transactions, 48 transactions. Awesome. So the data is accurate, as you can see. So using this, we can keep listening to these events, or else we can even unsubscribe to it when there is no need of it. For example, there is a command called unsubscribe. Using this, we can unsubscribe to all the accounts or couple of accounts. We don't want to listen to the transaction events of those accounts. We also have something like accounts proposed. It's like accounts, but it includes transactions that are not yet finalized, in which case we can show some pending transaction status or something like that. Okay, so using this subscribe method on the accounts, you can build simple applications like whale alerts. Simple, right? Subscribe to a couple of known accounts, and whenever there is transaction that is heavy transaction, just emit the thing out on your Twitter account or Discord or Telegram bot accounts. Okay. Also note that when you are connected to XRPL client library, you get this ledger event for free. Okay, you are not subscribed manually, you are automatically subscribed to this event every 4 seconds. So we will be using this account transaction and ledger events in our main script, that is index.ts. If you want to learn more, just visit this documentation I'm showing you on the screen, this URL. You have detailed descriptions of subscribing and unsubscribing to events. You can subscribe to accounts, order books on the DEX. This is good. It is a little bit complicated, but you have detailed documentation on this page. You can subscribe to ledger or servers or transactions proposed. Everything, you can just read it, even the possible errors. Also documentations to unsubscribe to things you have subscribed to. If it's on client side, you can avoid memory leaks by unsubscribing to events. Okay, so let's see how we can implement it in our main script in the next video.